Okay, awesome. We live?
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're live.
I'm backlit. You're live. Yeah.
Well, the what we're doing here today is talking about the four-year U, and I will be the four-year U guide or person that kind of explains what the four-year U is. And I know that you know more about the four-year U than I do, but we'll have you be the for this demonstration, anyways, for being the client, somebody that has. Not too familiar with the four-year U and what it has to offer to people. So
Mm-hmm.
with the four-year U, it's a frame of mind. It's a frame of thinking. It's a way to be able to. We find ourselves having all these ambitious aspirations and not knowing how to get to where we want to get. And what's our default? We tend to do what we've always done, right? And if you continue to do what you've always done, you won't be able to get to where you want to be. So the idea for the four-year U is to be able to get you out of that circle of life and to be able to reach out to levels and areas that you didn't think were capable, or that you knew that were capable, but not knowing how to get to those places. And the four-year U not only shines a light on what those things could be for you, but also breaks it down into steps of how to get to those things. So, example could be, being an author for a book, buying a house. Could be lifting weights to a certain, if you want to get a goal for weights. It could be relationships. It could be career level of position that you have within your job. It could be all sorts of different things. And the beautiful thing about the four-year U is it doesn't have to be just one. So what we'll do here today is I want to get to know you, right? I want
Mm-hmm.
to ask you a few questions, and we'll come up with a four-year U together. This isn't something that we tell you what your goals and aspirations are. It's a place where you and I can kind of talk about where you want to be, and then after we identify that, we work out a plan of how to get to that area. So one could say that the most important part of this process is discovering the question.
Mm.
And that question's different from you versus me. So how am I doing so far?
So you did a lot of talking and not a lot of listening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think starting off with just like a question rather than an assumption of why they're here, like what are you trying to accomplish, or have you ever, or what's the reason why you're even going down this road, so that you can get them talking, and then this becomes the answer to whatever they're saying. This helps them be the function to get to that. But if you just start off with the system and what you're going to do, then it's like I was spacing out because I don't even know why I'm here.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. So to approach it more from a relaxed setting, for lack of better words, and that would be. So are we envisioning people to, not to get off script or anything like that, but are we envisioning people to come to know the four-year U at, it goes down to the marketing, right? So how do they hear about the four-year U? What does that first outreach look like? And is there an appropriate time to discuss a little bit more of what the four-year U has to offer versus just asking questions? And I think that it's a case-by-case basis, right? But
It depends on where they're at in their journey of you could say the buyer journey or the marketing funnel, or just where they are in life. Because some people is just looking for a specific 4-year life plan or system that's simple, and they're lower in the buyer journey, more educated, just ready to buy. Other people don't even know that they need this, but they might run into it through a different way. So first I have to figure out like where they're at on their journey. But as it relates to just generally the flow for a session like this, because you don't know, you have to start very general, get specific. And it's not about explaining what the 4-year U is. It's about just doing the 4-year U, and at the end they realize that they did the 4-year U. Like they have a 4-year plan at the end, but you're not teaching them about the 4-year U. You're just solving their problem. So it's problem first thinking, it's customer first thinking. Product is a shadow or a structure for the problem to be solved.
Yeah.
So you could start off by saying, like, something that would lead to our solution, like you lead a little bit towards the solution. Like, have you ever thought of your life in terms of having any sort of like story where it seems like, you know, a season starts, a season ends? Have you ever had a big goal that seemed like it was really hard to accomplish and you didn't think you could, but you just kept working on it over time and eventually you did? Or maybe you had a goal that you wanted to do, but you just never started it. Like prompting questions like that instead of just saying, why are you here? What do you want? Start to ask the leading questions that would lead to the lagging result of doing this plan. So asking the questions where this plan is the answer.
Yeah. I think those are big questions and questions that we don't have captured yet, right? And that's part of this exercise, is to kind of lay some of that ground, that pathway in the woods, right? So
yeah, I think you could say things like, you know, you went to high school, right?
Yeah.
And did you, like, you worked with guidance counselors to figure out what to do, and at the beginning you were a freshman, at the end you were a senior, and you didn't have a diploma, and at the end you did, right?
Yeah.
That's all we're doing here. We were trying to identify where you want to go. I'm your guidance counselor. We want to make a plan for your next 4 years, and then hopefully you'll graduate. That's all we're doing here.
Yeah.
So, but if someone doesn't want to graduate, they are not thinking that way, then you're suggesting into them something that they didn't come for. So how can we ask the question in such a way that leads to the result of doing this in a useful way? So let me make it a little bit easier for you. Let's create a use case. I want to become a chief operating officer in 4 years. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Now go.
I think we're missing that though, right? Like how the questions to be able to get to that. I think that's an essential piece for this visit, right?
Yeah, so just restart then, and just based on what we just talked about, what would you do?
So yeah, you know, I love the questions that you asked. If I try to put my, not that I'm trying to put a spin on things, but if I were to try and make it my own, it'd be something to the effect of, you know, have you ever had a goal that have you ever had a place where you imagine yourself in a different situation than what you are in today? And not to kind of put it too broad, maybe I need to be more specific about that, but I think of that specifically could lead to a chief operations officer.
Yeah, let's use Frankie's use case where she started to identify that the life that she has now, she wants more. But she doesn't know how to get more. She's going back to school. She's trying to get work, but she doesn't have a real strong vision for where she's going. She's just doing stuff.
Yeah.
And so we'll likely encounter people like that because they've encountered a internal incongruity between where they are now and where they want to be, but they don't know how to get from there to there.
Or what that is.
Like if you watch that video of me and her, we kind of go through that.
Yeah.
That's where she's at. And so this program helps people just create a very simple plan. Like even if it's just 3 bullet points, that's something like 200% like more effective. Like you're twice as likely to accomplish a goal if it even has like 3 bullet points on how to accomplish it. So imagine what would happen if you did that in other areas of your life, like a plan for financial, a plan for how to spend your free time, how to be a good friend, how to be a good community member, like different areas of your life. So one of the questions you could ask is there any areas in your life where you feel like there's a difference between where you are now and where you want to be?
That's a good question. Yep. Yep.
Because then you can just focus in on it.
Yeah. And if that's even too much of a question for a person to answer, like, what are your thoughts on asking, kind of like taking a status pulse on where they are right now, right? Like you could say, not that you want to do an interview thing, but like, what do you do? Do you like it? Like,
Oh yeah. So what if we yeah. So basically get to know them a little bit. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your current situation.
yeah.
And then you can start to say, out of everything you told me, are you completely 100% satisfied in all those areas? Is there anything that you want to be better at, different at, have more of, less of? And you say, okay, cool. So what we do here is help you create a plan from where you are now to where you want to go. And we do that in 4-year chunks. The reason why we do 4 years is because it gives you enough time to accomplish something big, but it's in a small enough time frame that you can understand it mentally because you've been through high school. Like you understand what it's like to start as a freshman and as a senior and be different from when you started.
Yeah. Yep.
And just like you had a guidance counselor to get you through this, I'm your guide to help you create this plan. And whether you use it once or you check it weekly or daily or whatever, even what we do today will help you.
Yep. Yep.
I 100% believe that because studies back it up.
Yep.
That even creating the smallest of plans will help you more towards not making any plan at all. Okay, with that in mind, what I'd like to do is establish what is the primary problem that we're trying to solve. And in order to do that, in order to create that tension between where you are now and where you are, I want to do a visualization exercise. So walk me through the visualization exercise.
Yes. So we have a piece of paper. What we're going to be doing is doing 2 circles. And one circle will capture where you are today. And you said chief operating officer, so maybe you can write down some things that you like about the chief operating officer. You could also put in, even beyond that, just some things that come from that, right? So you could just write down, even some pinpoints, some struggle points, right? So if you're unhappy about a certain thing that is going on within your life, not that we want to make this 100 bullet points in one circle, but if you could try narrowing it down to maybe the top 4.
Okay, cool. So I draw 2 circles.
Yep.
One circle is my current identity, and the other circle is my future state
Correct.
4 years from now. Okay.
Yes.
So I know I want to be a COO. I want to be married. I'm currently an e-com consultant, and I'm single.
Sure. Yep. What else?
I'd like to have a +1 kid. Maybe. I currently have 6 kids. Own a home. I currently rent a home. Like to have. I currently have debt. And over here, I'd like to be debt-free minus a house. And working towards becoming a disciple of Christ. Be a disciple of Christ. I guess I'll stop there.
Yeah. So you have a lot of great things that are on this list, right? And I really do believe that, and maybe this isn't the right time to talk more about the 4-year you as we've talked about, but this is a frame of mind.
This is where you talk
right?
about the structural tension between where you are now and where you want to go.
And how to get there. Yep.
Because now that you know the what, it's just a trivial matter of the how.
So the 4-year you breaks it down, right? stretches it across 4 years. However, we've seen that in a lot of use cases that it doesn't take 4 years, right, in order to get to one place to another place. And
you want to start to quantize it and say, like, just what you're doing, and say, you know, depending on how much debt you have or how big of a house you want to buy, these might seem like pretty big goals. And, you know, this one here, being married, maybe that's outside of your control, whether a girl says yes, but there's things you can do to prepare for it. So just kind of line it. And so what we're going to do next is we're going to plot these things onto a 4-year plan and just figure out when would be the best time to do them. And it's not that that's when they're worked, it's when they complete.
yeah,
Because in the next thing I'll show you is that in order to get to the next season, you have to complete. So it's not necessarily time bound, it's when the thing is done, then you move into the next season.
and each one of these are going to have, not that we want to get too robotic, but like each one of them is going to have a clear path of how to get from here to 4 years from now to where you want to be over on this side, right? And it will break it down. And the beautiful thing about the 4-year U, right, is that it capitalizes on your peaks and allows you to have that rest time at the same,
Yeah, you want to plot them in the time that they're most contextually correct.
Yeah.
So it might not make sense to work on one and the other because there's a laddering up of, you know, you do this so that you can do this, you can do this, and or snowball effect, whatever words you want to say.
I think that there is some definition that needs to happen, though, right? When I hear debt-free, does a mortgage count as debt, right? And so maybe some clarity, asking for clarification there. And is it a COO of anything, right? Like, is it a COO of a specific line of,
Like, is this any title will do? Because, you could just become COO of your own company if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
And then this one is a little bit tough just because it's like, I think you already are here.
Probably, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm always refining, but yes.
Yeah.
I just want to do something in the spiritual realm.
Yeah. So, question for you here, Eric. Would it be an appropriate next step to say, okay, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different items within your circles here. Number them, 1 through 6, importance to least importance, or which one do you want to tackle first?
Let's see if that emerges as a problem by going on to the next step.
Okay.
So the next step is you make the quadrant.
I think that it would be...
Or you get the quadrant sheet out. So you say, because we have to plot these things onto the quadrant.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Each one of them has their own quadrant?
No, you're just saying, if this is winter, or, season 1, 2... winter, spring, summer, fall, and this is year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. So if you had 4 years to accomplish all these things, what's some things that you think would be easy to accomplish, like that you could get done in the first year?
Pertaining to these 6.
And even if it's not the whole thing, is there something you can work towards it? Like what in order to, so if you don't know what's in year 1, let's start with year 4, begin with the end in mind. In order to own a home, or in order to be debt-free, like those are probably 2 big ones, what do you have to start doing in year 1? So here we would just write, you write in the action, not the result. So this would be like, reduce expenses, increase revenue.
And that would satisfy...
Yeah, that would just continue until you were debt-free. Like the gate to get you you wouldn't, for that particular row, for it to graduate to the next season and the debt-free would, you'd have to do that to get that. Okay, so that covers, and then once you're debt-free, then now you're starting to save for a house until you save so much for house that you can down payment on house. So that's like that track. the financial track, you might say. So you might lump things together and say, okay, which ones go together? Like the financial ones go together. Okay, there's an order of operations. You have to reduce expenses, increase revenue. You have to pay off your debt. Once the debt's paid off, then you can start saving for the house. Once you save for the house, then boom, down payment, and then
So save for a house would be here.
yeah, you
technically.
copy it down, save for house.
Okay.
And you see how even this is like someone would be like, oh, yes, that makes sense, of course. And then, because then it's just a rudimentary, well, how do I reduce expenses? How do I increase revenue? And for how long how much would I have to do in order to become debt free within year 2?
Yep.
Like, okay, well, I can just do the math. If I were to do this, what would it look like? Because now all of a sudden you have a structure to think through whether or not you can. Because before this, it was all up here in my head.
All conceptual.
Yeah, ephemeral, conceptual.
Yeah.
And now we're getting it down into a plan where people then work the plan. Because you can't edit what first doesn't exist. Okay.
So let's keep going.
Yeah, keep going.
Right. So that one would be these two.
Yeah.
Right. And
Maybe this is
single
where
and,
you use some sort of numbering or check them off, or like whatever you want. You mentioned maybe numbers.
yeah.
I don't know
yeah.
if one, or if you just want to check it off.
Yep. So maybe we just do one of these guys, and then something like that. Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, I think you wouldn't need to mark it here. You'd only need to mark it here.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
but maybe not cross it off because they might want to look at it later. So basically, check that one, and then you check this one, and you check this one. Okay, cool. Now pick another one to do.
Let's see what else we can clump in together, right? So I think that these two would be single, 6 kids to married, 1 kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that's being Christian. That's kind of like what Christians do, right? They get married and then they have another kid. Typically,
Yeah.
it's
Hopefully.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So let's pick a track. Which one you want to do?
Let's do 6 kids, or let's do single first. Single
Okay.
married, I think is a
Okay. So what did this ask me? Like, if you could say something like, kind of, I can't think of the right adjective, but I'll give you a bad adjective. Like, you say something saucy, like, whatever year you put you're going to get married, that's when it's going to happen. So it's your pick. Whatever you write down is going to happen. So if you want to get married in year 2, write that down. If you want to get married in year 1, write that down. Because you'll act accordingly. You'll do the things to meet your goals. So whatever you want to happen, write it down.
Yeah. And in this one, I know you already mentioned it, but it is, I do think that there's, okay, I'm going to just think out loud here. Yes, there's a lot of, there's somebody else is at play. It gets really difficult to be able to say, hey, year 2, I'm going to get married, because you have to have a person that you're getting married to that has, is comfortable meeting and then getting married within 2 years, right? And that there's so much unknown when it comes to that. But I do like the idea of being able to break down okay, so what does a future spouse look for in, what would they be looking for ideally in you, right?
Exactly. It's not about the other person. It's about this person.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
who do I have to become a husband? I have to be fit. I have to be financially fit, emotionally fit, spiritually fit, physically fit. So,
And this could be...
So then that is
Yeah.
what the track is about. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing to eat right? What are you doing to get... We've already covered financial fitness. What are you doing in your spiritual life? We'll cover that in a second. So it's not about getting married. It's about becoming attractive for a mate.
Yes.
So the one thing that is not represented here is physical. So we need to make a track for physical. So help me do that.
Okay. What are your thoughts on, having maybe line items here in one line item is financial, one is physical, one is,
Yeah, probably.
you know what I'm saying? So
Bands, yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. It
I mean, it naturally kind of flows, but yes. That's how you should think of it at the very least, even if the structure doesn't, like, specifically call it out.
sure.
Because that's what I did in the spreadsheet version of this.
I saw that. Yep.
Yeah.
When you had shared it with the others and I.
So just, this would be like daily walks and join a gym.
Sure. And
And this would be like, do more in the gym. Like, ensure that you're doing growth.
routine.
Yeah, routine plus progressive, whatever, overload, I think is the term.
Do you think that there's value in this? Or do you think that this is equal of value?
What is this and this?
You rating it versus me rating it.
That's, yeah, it's probably value in me writing it. So, yeah, but you can tell me what to write.
Okay, so
So
winter.
this would be walk and join gym. This would be consistently go to gym.
Yep. Get a routine.
This could be progressive overload.
What do you mean by that?
That's where you keep adding more weight.
Okay.
And then I'm fit.
How do you define that?
Physically fit for a man is like, bench 180, squat 250, stuff like that.
That's actionable. Is that what
Yeah.
we want to write in this instead?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I mean, you could get specific like that. So I can just do like bench and squat goals.
I think it would be and I don't know. Challenge me, please. But I like the idea of eventually to get specific. Maybe not at this
Yes.
step to be so
Yeah,
specific.
at the 4-year level, you want to be high level, but like then you would do this, you'd make another one of these just for year one.
That's when it would get
That's-
specific.
Yes, well, it gets more and more specific down to the day if you wanted it to.
Yeah, which it should.
Yeah, you just keep redoing it until the day leads you to the 4 years. 'Cause that's the whole idea.
Yeah. Okay, so what other things?
So now we've done the married one. We've done the married single one. Or at least one.
The physical aspect of it.
We've done physical and financial. There's emotional and spiritual. I think we have spiritual covered. There's emotional. I don't know how you quantify that, but you could. The kids is a byproduct of the marriage, so if we do emotional, then I think they would complete this. So just now make one more track that's emotional, and it would cover all it. Well, no, there's the job. Let's do the job next,
Okay.
and then in there.
Okay. So, and this is just me talking for talking's sake. Do you think 6 is too many?
Children or
6
oh, no, it's probably too little.
too
I
little?
mean, if you saw Frankie's, she had like 20 things on there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
And who am I to say what things do you not care about, right? If
Right.
they're all
But even hers,
equal
I was able to
importance.
consolidate down on this view to 5
Okay. Okay.
because I realized that she was really just saying different facets of the same thing,
Sure.
just like I'm doing here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm really just saying I want to make, even the COO job is making more money.
It is.
But there's things you have to do to make them more money. Like there's leading indicators. Like, okay, what do I have to do to become a CEO? Well, first I have to act like a CEO. Then it's maybe get a mid-manager position or executive level position. Maybe, and this is, definitely must get an executive, get director or executive position, and then boom, CEO position. So that's the track for that. So I know that if by the end of year 2, I need to start looking for mid-managers jobs or executive jobs. Like when opportunities come around, I need to speak up. I need to tell people, hey, I want to become COO. I need to become a mid-level manager or executive to get me on the path there. So, hey, let's get going on it.
Do you think that? I guess no. Like 18-year-old graduate 4 years from then that they could be a CEO or COO?
I mean, anybody can do anything. I would say that like the adjacent possible type of things and just the laddering up and just there's an order of operations, there's a natural flow to things. It's unnatural for a college graduate to become a CEO. Is it possible? Yes. It depends on the organization they're becoming CEO of. It wouldn't make sense for them to become the CEO of a well-established company because that's just illogical and irresponsible of that company. Could they? Yes.
See, you know, I get the 4 here, but I do, you know, my mind's stuck on COO of what, right? And
Oh yeah, sure.
and if it's on, you know, e-commerce, like your own business, right? I think that these 4 might look different, right? Because if you're a business owner, you like the avenue would be think and act like a business owner, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. So, you know, let's say I just quantifying brackets here. So I'm going to say a 50-person company, 50-plus company.
Okay.
That's essentially I talked with a mentor at work about it, and that's what he suggested is try to become a CEO of a 50-person company.
And that,
Because with my current skill set as a generalist, that's the type of CEO that company needs. Whereas a company greater than 50 people needs a more specialized COO.
I see. Okay.
All right, let's end it there.
Okay.